If it's textable, don't call. In our last conversation, we talked about the art of listening. But communication is a two-way street. It's not just about listening. It's also about how we express ourselves and connect with others. A few years ago, a friend of mine posted this message on his WhatsApp status. If it's textable, don't call me. I've also seen a couple of other people make similar posts. Before, I thought that they were simply being proud. But as I grew older and life got busier, it all began to make sense. Communication isn't just about speaking, it's about understanding. Understanding the mental space of the person on the other end of the line, understanding the weight of our words, and understanding that connection is a delicate art. Take phone calls for instance. There are so many reasons why someone might be calling you. Maybe they need to pick your brain about an idea. Maybe they want to meet up. Maybe they need a listening ear. Maybe they need to borrow money. Or maybe you just crossed their mind and they want to say hello. That uncertainty is precisely why many people have come to dread unexpected calls. The irony of living in today's hyper-connected world is that we have more ways to connect than ever before. Yet, we are becoming less thoughtful about how we actually communicate. I used to take every call and respond to every message almost immediately. But over time, I've come to understand that just because someone can reach out doesn't mean they should. Just because we can communicate instantly doesn't mean we should interrupt someone's day without consideration. Now, when I call someone unexpectedly and they don't take my call, I don't take it personally. Instead, I send a text to explain why I'm reaching out and request a more suitable time. This is because I've learned that people are busy. Mental energy is precious, and how we choose to communicate shows how much we respect other people's time and boundaries. I'll share a personal experience. 3 strangers texted me some time ago. The first one just said, hello. The second person introduced himself vaguely, and that was all. The third person was crystal clear. He explained who he is and why he was reaching out. The third person got my attention because he respected my time and energy. When a stranger randomly sends me a hello or hi without stating what they want, I'm not quick to respond because I have other important things that need my attention. The point I'm making is that if you need something, state it quickly, clearly, and concisely. People have lots of priorities on their to-do lists, and the sooner they understand what you want, the sooner they can fix you in and get things sorted. Communication is an art of balance. It's about being clear without being harsh, being direct without being rude, being available without being invasive. So in summary, here are some unspoken communication rules I've learned. Number 1, if it's textable, don't call. There may be some exceptions to this rule, particularly for close friends and family, business associates, or perhaps when you need to resolve something quickly over a short call rather than a long chat. But generally, most people would rather you leave them a text. Number 2, be concise and clear about what you want. State what you want clearly and concisely. When you text someone, you must understand that they have other things that need their attention. Cut to the chase as fast as you can and hit the nail on the head. If you're also just there for the pleasantries, it's good to state that too. The suspense is unnecessary and saps mental energy. Number 3, be considerate and respect boundaries. Understand that your urgency isn't everyone's emergency. Just because something is urgent to you does not mean that it is to others. If you call someone twice and they do not pick, it means that they are probably not in the best position to speak at the moment. Sending a message can give them clarity about what you need and where to place it on their own priority lists. If I get 3 calls from the same person, I consider it an emergency. You just might be raising a false alarm if there's no real urgency with your call, so be cautious. Number 4, understand that how you communicate matters as much as what you say or what you communicate. Sometimes you hear people say, I'm responsible for what I say, not what you understand. But if you say one thing and the person you are speaking to understands a different thing, communication hasn't taken place. Number 5, people derive meaning from your conversation based on what you see and sometimes based on history. So two people might say exactly the same thing, but the message is interpreted differently because of past events. If you are sending an informal text and you are unsure of how it will be interpreted, emojis can often help you convey the message clearer. The tips aren't just communication tips, they are also relationship principles. They're about recognizing the humanity in our connections. In a world where we are constantly bombarded with notifications, messages, calls, and all of that, choose to be the person who communicates with purpose. Choose to be the person who makes connection feel like a gift, not an obligation. Because at the end of the day, good communication isn't just about talking. It's about being heard. It's about being understood. I trust that this was worth your time and that you'll be kind enough to share this with a friend. Join us on the next note for the grand finale of this series. It's been a long journey to this point. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss it. Until next time, keep being amazing. My name is Murphy Nnamdi Ochuba.